Welcome to Around the House Quick Cut, sponsored by Romac Building Supply. I'm your host, Don Magruder. One of the hottest items on the market today is cement siding, especially cement lap siding. And today we're going to tell you how to properly install it to make sure it lasts a lifetime and you're totally satisfied. Joining me today is Kirk Brazier. He's the territory manager with Allura Siding, one of the hottest new cement brands on the market. It's a great product. First, tell us a little bit about Allura Siding.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me here today, Don.
Glad to have you.
So first of all, we're not new to this game. We've been building fiber cement siding and making it for over 50 years now. We have 3 facilities throughout the country. Fiber cement siding is a great alternative to wood siding because it will not delaminate, it will not rot, it will not catch on fire. The bugs don't like to eat it, so in Florida it's important that the insects keep away from it. We have different type of products. What you're holding in your hand right here is our lap siding, which comes in different thicknesses and different widths. We also make a panel product, and we make a shake and a soffit product.
Well, it's a beautiful wood grain finish, and from just a few feet away, you can't tell if this is wood or cement, but
Yes.
It will last a lifetime. The key to this product is make sure it's installed right. And one thing Allura has done, they created a wonderful installation video, and we're going to break away a minute and let you see this installation video. It's going to give you the basics on install, and then we're going to come back and finish up with a few questions for Kirk.
Welcome to the Allura Fiber Cement Siding Installation Course for professional installers. Becoming a skilled tradesman in the correct installation of fiber cement siding sets you apart from the many laborers who think they know how to do it right. Pay special attention to the details and tips, as this is where you will learn how to do a quality job that will impress both the homeowner and your boss. For proper handling, safety, and proper substrate preparation, refer to our printed installation guide. Prior to siding installation, install Plycem fiber cement trim at inside and outside corners, windows, and penetrations in accordance with printed guidelines. Map out joint pattern. For 16-inch stud spacing, develop a 32-inch lap stagger pattern to minimize waste and to create a consistent stagger pattern. Mark a level chalk line 1 inch above the lowest point of the installed sheathing. Install a starter strip to set the proper angle and to create a drip edge. Starter strips are easily made by ripping a piece of Allura siding with a minimum thickness of 1.5 inches. Install the strip at the chalk line. Install in 4-foot sections with a 1/4 inch gap for drainage. Ensure a minimum 6-inch clearance to grade. Consult local building code to verify if greater than 6 inches is required. Following the joint layout developed, install the first course of siding, positioning the bottom edge of the siding a minimum of 1/4 inch below the starter strip. Use a level chalk line to indicate the top of the course. Nail or screw the top edge of the panel 1 inch from the top and a minimum of 3/8 inch from the board end at framing locations. Nails must penetrate at least 1 1/4 inch into the framing. Screws at least 3/4 inch. When using pneumatic nailers, take care not to overdrive nails. Be sure to drive fasteners straight in, perpendicular to the surface for best results. Field cut ends must be square. Clean ends and apply primer and paint. It is recommended to use factory primed and/or painted ends when possible to avoid necessary cut edge treatment. Install a 6-inch wide strip of flashing at the butt joints, trimmed to extend 3 inches above the lap siding. Allow primer and paint to dry and install butt joints, ensuring nails engage the stud behind. In limited conditions where butt joints do not fall on framing, an off-stud joiner may be used to complete the connection when using non-structural substrates. Where a butt joint or end nail falls off a stud and the sheathing is 1/2 inch or greater plywood or 7/16 inch OSB, 2 ring shank nails may be used. Leave a 1/8 inch gap at all trim locations. Ensure the first course is level using a laser level or 6-foot level. When installing 12-inch lap siding, the panels must be face nailed only. When face nailing, install nails or screws 3/4 inch above the bottom of the previous course. When using 9 1/4 inch or less lap siding, blind nailing is the preferred option. When blind nailing, use an 1.25" overlap. Allura vertical and lap panel may be installed over foam insulation if the insulation is an inch or less in thickness and complies to requirements as listed in the printed installation manual. We hope you take pride in your skills and long-lasting labor as a fiber cement siding pro.
That was a great installation video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned a lot. I sure did. Kirk Brazier, the territory manager with Allura, is back with us, and we got an actual sample here of a fake wall, I guess. And Kirk, first we have OSB backer, and we have a vapor barrier,
Yes, sir.
which is important.
Absolutely.
That keeps the moisture from coming inside out. And then the first thing you got to do is install the trim, isn't it?
Sure. You're going to put your corner trim up, and you're going to put your trim around your windows as well.
Now, what are we going to do as far as starting this?
Okay, if you go back to the installation video, you're going to start with a starter strip at the very bottom.
Yes.
And then we're going to blind nail here today. That's the most common method, so you're hiding your fasteners. So you're going to work your way from the bottom of the wall all the way to the top. So on the first course, you're going to come and put your board up over that starter strip, and you're going to come 1 inch down from the top of the board. That is extremely important. You come 1 inch down. That does a couple things for you. One, if you nail too high to the top, it blows the top of the board out. We want it, the first nail here on the side, 3/8 of an inch in to the board. If you go too close to the side, it blows it out there. You don't want it a 1/2 inch, you don't want it 3/4, you want it 1 inch. But by driving it in at 1 inch, it sucks this board into the wall and keeps it nice and tight. So the type of fasteners you can use with this, most people use a roofing nail. The board needs to go 1.25" penetration into the substrate, into the OSB.
Okay, 1.25
1 1/4. So therefore, the roofing nail needs to be 1 3/4, or you can use a 2-inch 6D siding nail.
Okay.
The important thing here, Don, is that the nails are either hot dip galvanized or stainless steel. If you get near the coast, you want to use that stainless steel nail.
Yeah.
We do not allow electro galvanized nail. There's barely any coating on that nail, so when it drives through the board, it's going to take that coating off, the nail's going to rust, the board's going to fall off the wall.
Well, and the other thing, you'll start seeing rust strips.
Yes, sir, you sure will.
So you got the first course down, the next thing you're going to do?
So you got the first course down, you're going to bring your next board on top of it. You want to hide the heads of those fasteners that are driven at 1 inch down. So you take your next board, you put it 1 inch, and then you nail again up here at the top 1 inch down. And you go across the board and hit your studs, go into your substrate, and work your way up the wall.
This is the #1 mistake that people make. They will face nail siding, and when you penetrate this siding and it's face nail, it gives an opportunity for moisture to get in.
Yes, sir.
And it will deteriorate this board. Yes. It'll deteriorate any siding, even wood siding, and it forces you to caulk and do a lot of things that takes away from the beauty of the siding. So always, always blind nail your siding if you possibly can.
And one other note, do not overdrive the nails. When you overdrive that nail, the head of that nail comes through the surface and it blows a chunk at the back of the board and you lose your holding power. So it's like you don't even put a nail in there. So do not overdrive the nails as well.
Well, Kirk Brazier from Allura, we thank you for the great tips. I hope you've learned how. So if you've got a project coming up, a remodeling project or a new home project, make sure they're installing your siding right, because you want the warranty to last a long time. Plus, you want to make sure it looks beautiful for a lifetime. Thank you for watching Around the House Quick Cuts today, and be sure to go to aroundthehouse.tv for more great tips. Until next time, we'll see you around the house.